Hey everybody. Okay, so still can't get my equipment to work, and we're gonna do another phone video for you today. So I hope everybody's doing good this morning. I've been spending a lot of time outside this morning trying to really just soak in these partial solar eclipse energies. The energy of today is going to be extremely heightened, and I'm sure you've been feeling it for the past couple of days, kind of leading up to today. So just breathe it in, breathe it out, surrender, spend some time outside if you can. Today I think is just going to be really remarkable in the ways of our energetics and our shifting and the whole ascension process. And so in my video yesterday, I was trying to let you guys know that we are moving into this space right now where it's almost like these energies are coming in and they're kind of like polishing the floor because we're about to open business, right? It's like they're just coming in and making everything, it's like the work's already been done. And these energies are just going to come in and help you polish up your vibration, and where you've been practicing your focus and where you've been practicing your frequency, and really kind of solidify you into this new space, which is, I mean, it's just going to change everything. It's going to allow you to be more stable. It's going to remove more negativity or density or whatever you're holding within you. It's just going to be an amazing next few weeks. So really, I can't stress enough, focus on your vibration, focus on ways that you can bring your frequency higher within you. Like I said, I'm practicing being really heart-centered. Actually, that was probably in one of the videos that never even went out. Ha! Okay, so I had an experience in the hammock the other day, and my higher self is guiding me in shifting the energy within my body so that we can move into a new frequency. Because I've been asking about manifestations for a very long time. You know, I've always understood the concepts of creating my own life, but I've never really gotten to the point previously. I've never gotten to that point where I was like, okay, this is how I do it. This is, you know, the formula. Like, this is exactly how this goes, and it works every single time. And I've never figured that out until probably a couple of months ago. But I never put words to it. So the other night, sitting in the hammock, I was told by my guides that by feeling sensations within you, wherever you're feeling energy within you, if you're feeling it in your solar plexus, if you're feeling it in your sacral chakra, if it's in your third eye, wherever it is, move it into your heart. And, you know, when they said that, it clicked. Auxil was telling me way back in our earlier channels that your higher heart, your heart center, this whole center of energy here, is the gateway to the fifth dimension. So if you want to heighten your frequency, if you want to move into new realities, of course it would only make sense that you bring all energy into your heart center. And you can do that by feeling around in your body like we do in the 5-minute check-in. For those of you who don't know about my 5-minute check-in that I love to practice, I'll go ahead and put the link in the description. So with the 5-minute check-in, you're kind of scanning your body for any resistance, anything that's really going on. And you then start focusing on breathing in and out through the heart center, in and out through the third eye, in and out through the crown. It's a beautiful exercise, and I really recommend that if you haven't practiced it, take a couple of days and really set your intent on practicing this at least morning, noon, and night, you know, every time you have a meal, or you know, just waking up midday and then later on in the evening. So it's been extremely beneficial. And when they started talking to me in the hammock about how to shift the frequencies within you and being more deliberate, they were saying, you know, all you have to do is move this energy into your higher heart. And I'm like, what? Really? It's that easy? So, go ahead and practice it, breathing in and out. You know, if you can't find the sensation yourself, you can always put your hands here. By putting a little bit of pressure on the higher heart, it allows you to feel the sensation before you actually move the energy, I guess you would say. And eventually it gets to the point where you can just breathe in and out through the higher heart without having to worry about putting your hands there to focus your energy. You'll automatically start to feel the sensation. And just like I wrote in my blog about that whole situation in the hammock and being talked to by my guides about manifestation and moving into other timelines and dimensions, you know, they really are stressing to me that it's way easier than I had previously thought. And I think this is the big message from my guides right now, is like, we tend to, you know, if we're processing something or maybe we're releasing some density, it can be really easy to be like, oh, this is hard, and I'm just going to wait for it to blow over. I'm going to breathe in and I'm going to breathe out, and this is just how I'm going to get through this, which at some point is fine, you know, but I do believe we grow past that. And you are the only person that will be able to tell, well, you and Source, because the energy will come in and move it for you if it needs to. But you and Source are the only ones who know whether or not you need to be more deliberate in the hard times, or if it's best for you to sit back and relax and kind of let it blow over. But as we are ascending and as we are expanding and as we are beginning to hold more light, it only makes sense that you do this work for yourself. So try it, you know, in a time that you would normally give up and say, okay, I'll start again tomorrow. This sucks. I want you to reach down within you and start thinking about who you really are. Think about, you know, how would a fifth dimensional being handle this density? Because if that's where we're heading and that's what we're desiring, it only makes sense that we start to bring that energy in, and we bring it in by acting out and perceiving differently. That's what truly expands our consciousness, you know, thinking about things from different perspectives, finding different ways to feel good about things that maybe don't feel so good. So give it a try. It's definitely worth it. So the solar eclipse energies today are going to be really wonderful. Get outside, play in them, have some fun, meditate, set intentions. We have like this whole string of eclipses that are going to be happening over the next few weeks. We have another partial solar eclipse that's going to be happening on August 11th, the day before my birthday. Wouldn't that make sense? You know, so we have that, and then we have a lunar eclipse at the end of the month here on the 27th. We have the blood moon, full moon, lunar eclipse, and those energies are really going to come in and unveil to you what you need to work on. So I wouldn't say that this energy is going to be negative or pulling up, you know, muck that you have to work your way through. It's not like that per se. It's going to be kind of like sticking your finger in an outlet and getting this huge jolt of energy and this download of information on what you need to work on immediately to move forward, which is going to be so beautiful, because between these next couple of weeks here, we're going to see some pretty big changes. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's stuff going on cosmically. There's stuff going on here within our country. There's just changes everywhere. And obviously you and I are changing every single day. So be open to the changes. Work on your own inner energy. Don't worry so much about other people. Do what's right for you. You know, if something that's important in your life is setting boundaries, now is the perfect time to get practicing that. And just really focus on yourself right now, because, you know, I had written up a channel so that I could read it to all of you. And it was Oxel's message to light workers. I believe it was like back in May. I'll put that in the description box also if y'all want to go back and check that out. But that was really impactful for me. It was you could definitely say that was life-changing, because Oxel came in and said, you know what, y'all, it's time to show up. It's time to step outside of your box and work on things that have been hard for you to work on in the past. Shift these energies that are holding you back. Stop your self-sabotage. Learn to love yourself. Learn unconditional love for other people. You know, it was just this, you're needed, show up. And ever since then, things have really changed for me. So, with these energies that are coming in, it's like they're just waxing the floors. The show's here. Here we go. It's time to move forward. It's time to move through these blockages and illusions that have been holding us back. And it's time for us to really remember who we are at all times. You're a light being. We are having a human experience, but you are not this human physicality that you see. The whole of you is so much more than that. We know this, and we know it right now, but when we're on the couch crying because we're dealing with our childhood or whatever we're processing, it's not always the easiest to remember who we are in those moments. And what this energy is doing, it's coming in and it's saying, yes, you can get all of this gunk out of the way and show up. And I have never been more eager. I have never been more excited to stand up and do my part, to do my part energetically, to do my part with my brothers and my sisters, to do my part with my family, to hold the light when it's needed. I just, gosh, we are in such great energy right now, you guys. So bask in it, do the work. Take time for yourself. Forget about the world. The world can be really chaotic at times, but in those times when you're feeling that chaos, if some anxiety starts to show up, whether it's showing up in your solar plexus or in your heart, you can shift that. You can transmute that energy by telling yourself who you are, by remembering who you are, by going over all of the positive thoughts that you've been telling yourself about source energy, about being a light being, about the new earth, about the fifth dimension. You can shift all of this just by thinking about things in ways that you would never think about them before. It doesn't have to be this grand, adventure or understanding or anything like that. The smallest shift in that moment means everything. And I learned that in so many beautiful ways over these past few weeks spending time in the hospital. This was truly an experience that was life-changing on so many different levels. So I know we're strong enough to remember who we are when things are coming up and trying to tell us otherwise. I know you're strong enough. I've been shown I'm strong enough. So it's like once you can't go back, right? So I can't go back to being in a lower density and not shifting my way out of it. I can't do that anymore because I know I can now. And if I were to not do it, then I would be disservicing myself and I would be disservicing you. I would be disservicing all of us as a whole. I'm as a light worker, as somebody who takes so much pride in their own energy and my ability to shift and move people too, just by being who I am. It really is important that we continue to push forward in these times when we're releasing things. So I had a friend call the other day and was like, whoa, the energy is just getting really intense. What's going on? And we had a really good conversation about that. And it was like, it is intense and it's not going to let up anytime soon. So let's do it. What do you know about yourself? What do you know right now in this moment about who you are? Not who you were in that experience that's coming up, not in, your insecurities. Right now, with the knowledge of what's going on within your ascension, what do you now know about yourself? You're strong, you're capable, you are pure source energy. You are an unconditional being. You can love no matter what. You're a lover. You can love the ugliest of circumstances because you can see the truth in it and you can see where we're going with it, where it's propelling us. Contrast isn't here for nothing. It's bringing us forward. It's the momentum forward. It's what's pushing us and pulling us in all of these different directions of healing so that we can become, right? It's just so cool, you guys. It's so cool. So take advantage of the energy. Whatever that means for you, take advantage of it. So we have all of this going on right now, and at the end of the month we also have some ascension waves coming in that I did want to talk about real quick. We have an ascension wave coming in the evening of the 15th into the 16th, and my guides are saying it's kind of going to be like a jolt of energy, including a lot of downloads. So on this evening you may find it hard to sleep. You may be experiencing you know, a lot of communication from source coming in, big thoughts, aha moments that allow you to release something. You're going to see a lot of this energy moving through, and it'll come back again on the 21st. Now, this energy is not something that's going to kind of bounce itself through and stick around. It's going to come in, zap you, and it's going to be gone. And then we're going to be dealing with a lot of these celestial energies as well. So, we just have so much going on. And then, you know, the beginning of August, the guides are saying around the 3rd, we're going to have another ascension wave come in that's going to be very, very high. It's going to stick around until the Lion's Gate portal opens. And that's just going to be crazy high energy. So we have a lot going on right now, and we haven't seen this much energy in you know, the celestial movements and within the own ascension energies and Gaia's frequency heightening. We haven't seen it like this ever. So, yeah, they were saying something about this blood moon and the full lunar eclipse. I was reading an article yesterday, and it said something like this is the first time it's happened in the 21st century. And yeah, we just have so many cool things going on right now. So take care of yourself. Do your ascension tools when necessary. Definitely spend more time outside. I live in Texas. I know it's hot, but get out whenever you can, because these light codes, this energy that's coming in, the more you can be outside and bask in it, the better off you're going to be. It's going to help dissolve density. It's going to help shift things out of your body. Moving anyway, anytime you can get movement in, it really flushes the energy out through the body. So just bask in it, spend time in it, love yourself through it, work through these things so you can be the best version of yourself, because we are going to be asked to stand up soon. We're going to be asked to show up. We're going to be asked to spread love. We're going to be asked to guide, and you're only going to be as ready as you prepare yourself to be. So I love you guys, and I'm back. I know I got a lot of emails. Right before I put my video out yesterday, I had received like 4 emails right away, like, we miss you, girl, where are you at? And I had attempted 8 times to put a video together, and it just wasn't happening. It just was not happening. So when I saw the emails, I was like, okay, we'll do this on the phone. We'll say hi, let everybody know I'm alive, I'm doing well. I just needed some time with my family, as we helped Mr. George transition into his next glorious, blissful place. I love thinking that George is running around in the 5th dimension waiting for me, waiting for all of us, you know. So, yeah. Things are good, and they're only gonna get better. So keep up the great work, y'all. You're doing great. We're all doing so good. We would have never come to this place if it wasn't for the insistence and dedication that we all have at moving this whole ascension energy and work forward. So thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for liking all my videos and commenting. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sending me so much love and appreciation, because I love you guys back just the same. And I love the camaraderie that's going on. So if you guys are new and you are trying to figure out what's going on with all of these things, don't feel like you can't comment or you can't speak up, because this is a very loving community and you are always welcome here. Okay? I love you guys. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Enjoy the energy while it's here, and we'll be in touch. Bye. I can't reach it.